All right, some people are saying this is an 11 Labs replacement that's going to kill 11 Labs. Let's see. It's called Zuno or Zonos, however you say it. It'll tell us here in just a minute. But anyways, it is open source for Linux only right now. So you can go down. I'll leave links down below to Hugging Face. It is on Git, so you can come here and follow it. But it is a Linux only for right now. So I went to ChatGPT. I created me a little bitty story, and now we're going to, we're going to see what the story sounds like. So here's their example right here. So let's go ahead and generate. So when you come to there, it's a beta right now. So let's go ahead and hit generate. It is on their default everything. So just hit generate. It's on British female. Let it generate and do its thing. It is a little slow right now. There's probably so many people, and of course, depending on their server systems. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna see what it sounds like. Like I said, it does take a little bit of time.
Hello and welcome to Zonos. Try out one of our default voices or test a random voice. For best results with voice cloning, upload 10 to 60 seconds of high-quality audio. You can click the microphone to
All right, so not bad, right? So again, I went and made this little story, and now here's what I got, and I did an American female for the story.
Toby the Lost Turtle. Toby the turtle lived in a peaceful pond surrounded by tall reeds and lily pads. He loved basking in the sun and playing hide and seek with the little fish. But one day, while chasing a bright red butterfly, he wandered too far from the water's edge. Before he knew
All right, so this is what I noticed. If you notice, she just laughed. Okay, she's trying to put, or the AI is trying to put emphasis and extra things where it's not supposed to be. Here in a little while, it gives it a little bitty water sound whenever a squirrel was talking to Toby, telling him to follow the water. There was a little bitty water sound. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to ElevenLabs, right? So here's ElevenLabs. I already come in here and I generated it. And now here's what it sounds like here.
Toby the Lost Turtle. Toby the turtle lived in a peaceful pond surrounded by tall reeds and lily pads. He loved basking in the sun and playing hide and seek with the little fish. But one day, while chasing a bright red butterfly, he wandered too far from the water's edge. Before he knew it, he was deep in the forest, surrounded by towering trees and rustling leaves. Everything looked different. Toby's little heart pounded. I'm lost.
All right, so if I was to use this story right here and to make something, there are pauses that she does on here, and there again, this is AI. The pauses that are there are just a little too long of a pause, so I would have to go in and I would chop it up where, when it would stop, like, where are you headed, little guy? The squirrel asked. So I would take that and I would shrink it where it'd be, where are you headed, little guy? The squirrel asked. That way it sounds, more where it's supposed to be at, not too many pauses in a break. Do I think that Zono, however the heck you say this is, where are we at again? Zonos is an 11 lab replacement? No, not as far as February 13th, 2025. It is not a replacement, but it sounded really, really good though. I mean, right
Hello
here.
and welcome to Zonos. Try out one of our default voices or test a random voice.
That is really good. If you were to call a company and you got to talk to, okay, push number button 1 to, to be transferred here, or push button 2 to be transferred here, or hit 0 to be transferred to the operator. If that was more, that right there is more inviting than just a robotic style answering service. But no, you can sit here and clearly use this, but her emphasis and then the laughing, you know, I even did I came here and I did one of my voice. So I've already cloned my voice. Cloning your voice is pretty easy. That's American female. Um, you can come in here, where is it? Clone voice. So you can sit here and you can clone your voice and you can read this out. And then whenever you're done, just hit the generate. Don't hit clone again. Just hit generate, and then it will actually generate that voice for you. So there it goes. It just cloned the voice, and then you can download whatever that you want. Recorded voice. So then I'm going to click here and or recorded voice, and then your voice, which is right here, recommended voice, and then that's what I'm going to generate. and it's going to give it to me. It did not come out as my voice whatsoever. It's
Hello
kinda
and
crappy.
welcome to Zonos. Try out one of our default voices or test a random voice. For best results with voice cloning, upload 10 to 60 seconds
It's
of
not
high quality audio.
bad.
You can click the micro.
But I don't have a deep voice, but I don't have a high voice like what it's doing right there. So there's some improvements to go on that. So do I think that it is an actual 11 Labs killer? No, not at all. But is it getting close? Yeah. And then this is open source for anyone that's on Linux. I don't use Linux. As soon as this becomes on Windows, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a good option for free to run locally on your computer without having to pay 11 Labs. And companies like 11 Labs and Kling AI and all these people, they got to realize a lot of people can learn a lot of this. It might not be as good, but you know what? A lot of this is usable. We can do a lot with this and then keep going from there, and we're only going to get better. But anyways, this is a new text to speech type software out there. Again, it is beta. It is open source for Linux. I'm Thomas of Tomology. I'll catch you in the next one.